What's your soul signature? I want to thank you for those of you on YouTube that are watching me live, as well as Facebook, as well as, of course, my Twitter. What's your soul signature? What is the unique expression of your soul? You know what I believe much of the frustration that we have in life is because we're out of alignment with our soul's agreement. You made an agreement before you came here of something that you are predestined to do. I think the word predestined has gotten the wrong connotation. Predestined doesn't mean that you're some robot that's going to be made to do it. It means that that's what's plugged in the programming from the very beginning. You know how you get in the car and you program the GPS to where you want to go? You are predestined. You are predestined or predestinating where it should go. But the programming of the computer itself, or the programming of the destination and the GPS itself, does not make the car get there. You have a part to play in this. And so what I want to talk about tonight is, what is your soul signature? There's something unique, there's something special, there's something absolutely brilliant about you, but do you know that? Do you know that genius comes from the Latin that really meant it really meant the thing that makes people unique? Everyone had a genius. Now we tend to just think of geniuses as a certain sect of people. But there's something unique about you. What's your soul's signature? What is the unique expression of your soul on this earth sphere, in this earth realm? Now I'm going to read something to you. I'm going to read something to you out of the scriptures in the Old Testament, and I'm going to tether it to a spiritual principle. I want you to open your ears. He that hath an ear, let him hear. You need to hear this. What's your soul's signature? I want you to ask yourself that. What's your soul signature? I don't want to sound woo and witchy, but I want you to have a understanding this evening that there's something uniquely gifted about you, and you've got to begin to take pride in who you are. What's your soul signature? You weren't just born, you were sent. What's your soul signature? I want to talk tonight. I want to talk tonight about the fact that you have been called with destiny. You have been called with purpose. You have been called for a reason. You have been sent to this earth sphere for such a time as this. What's your soul signature? That's what I'm talking about tonight. Let me tell you how I give it to them in the sales world. We teach people how to get high-level positions in tech and sales, in marketing, in strategic partnerships. And one of the things that I tell people is, when you're sitting down and the employer or the potential employer or the CEO or the C-suite says, what is it that you do great? Or says, tell me about yourself. You need to use that time to talk about your soul signature. Oh, excuse me. Let me use different words. You need to be able to tell a clear and compelling, persuasive story about the intersection of your strengths, your skills, your passions, the things that move you, and your great gifting to the world. Your soul signature. I'm not just talking wooey stuff here. I'm talking about being clear about who you are so you can articulate that. Before you can talk about articulate to an employer, let's articulate it to yourself. What's your soul signature? Have you forgotten what you've been called to do? It's a reason why it's called being remembering. Remembering. You have to RE-member because you have been dismembered. You've been dismembered. So now you've got to be remembered. You have to be reunited with the purpose that you had. The scripture says that before you were even conceived, there was a conversation that was happening in the heavens. Before you came into the earth, but you were in the womb, there was a conversation that was continuing. There's a conversation about purpose. Have you forgotten that? What's your soul signature? That's what I'm asking you tonight. I want you to go to the book of Judges. I have something I want to read to you in the 16th chapter, but I'm just hovering around it right now. I'm hovering around the big idea that you have a soul, your soul has a signature. There's a unique expression of who you are. There's something about you that makes you you. And when you deny it, when you dismiss it, when you overlook it, when you aren't using it, you are doing yourself and the world a grave disservice. What's your soul's signature? God is uniquely expressing himself through you. Is something about you that's spectacular and amazing. I can't say it enough. Because you have bought into the world's thinking about you and who you are and your worthiness. And you've backed away from believing in the magic of who you are. And you've backed away from believing in the bigness of who you are. And somewhere along the line, you stopped seeing yourself in the image of a God and you started seeing yourself in the image of a grasshopper. Huh? You see yourself as a grasshopper, and I want to bring you out of that and remind you that you have your soul has a signature. There's something that's unique about you that has never happened before on earth and will never be duplicated again. What's your soul's signature? Come with me to the book of Judges. I have a message for you tonight. It's a message about remembering the power of your uniqueness. There's something about you that makes you you. It's your soul's signature. It's the unique expression of God through you. It's if you're not you, the world is missing something. And I need you to grasp that tonight, because I believe that some of the issues that we have in the world is not because people have bad intentions. It's because people are trying to be like other people. What's your soul signature? There's something about you that makes you you. Go to the book of Judges. We're in the 16th chapter. I'm not going to be long, but I want to impress something upon you. It says, the 16th chapter, 16th verse of Judges, and it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart. And he said unto her, there hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. But if I be shaven, then my strength will go out from me. This is the part I want you to hear, people. And I shall become weak and be like any other man. This is the power of knowing your soul signature. I don't want you to miss the fact. I don't want to touch Delilah tonight. I'm not here to talk about falls from grace and bad choices. None of that. That's not what this is about. What I just really want to, we're in the middle of a story already in progress, but I want to just pull out a very big nugget here. And I want you to just chew on this for the rest of the night. The nugget is that Samson was aware that there was something about him that made him different. And he said, if this change about me, then my strength will go from me. I'll be weak and I'll be like any other man. See, I thought at first, before I read the whole thing, that when he said weak, he was saying less than. But what he was trying to say is the truth is that, yes, I would be less than who I am now, but I would be the same as all other men. What he was really saying is that there's something about me that when I am moving in that meanness of me, when I'm moving in that space, there is something that makes me extraordinary. I am extraordinary. I don't want to just say strong, because when you think strong, you think levels of degrees. But I want to go beyond degrees and talk types for a second. He's saying I am extraordinary. That when I'm not using it, I'm like every other man. When I'm not in this vein, I'm like every other man. But there's something about me that separates me from the masses. That's your soul's signature. I want you to catch this. Everybody has something that makes them different. And when you recognize it and you move in it and you express it fully, it makes you unlike any other man. It makes you unlike any other man. It makes you unlike any other man. Do you know your soul signature? Do you know what it is that when you operate in it, it makes you extraordinary? Do you have the self-awareness to know that there is something about you that makes you you? That's what Samson was saying. I don't want you to miss that. I don't want to get stuck on the hair and we miss the fact that at least he knew what it was. Do you know what it is about you that makes you you? What's your soul's signature? This is where I want to end tonight. This is where I want to end tonight. I want to end tonight by saying that there is something about you that makes you you. You don't want to overlook this. You don't want to miss this. You don't want this to come past your radar, because if you're not careful, you will spend all of your time trying to look at everybody else's worthiness and trying to get other people to see how great you are, and you'll miss it for yourself. And to your own self, you have to be true. And as a man think of in his own heart, so is he. And you got to believe it in yourself before other people will believe it about you. And I need you to understand that you have a soul. Your soul has a signature, and that you have a gifting and you have a calling, and that there's something special and spectacular about you. And when you recognize that and you move in that, I promise you, it changes your life to an entirely different degree. To an entirely different degree. This is my question for you tonight. What is your soul's signature?